Is very dark man fake? How did a very dark man obtain the audio conversation of Bobrisky? Is Bobrisky that dumb? Is he so dumb to discuss such an event on the phone to an extent that now his voice will be recorded, especially when you don't know who is setting you up, you don't know who is your enemy? Then is it okay to have that kind of conversation on the phone? How did very dark man, how did he obtain that audio conversation? Or does it mean that even when it comes to Bobrisky being set up, is very dark man part of that setup? Is Bobrisky so dumb to start mentioning names, especially for him to mention Femi Falana and Fast's name in such a conversation? Remember, the conversation shows that they helped him. So won't it be dumb for him to be mentioning their name on a phone call or even in a real time having a conversation with just anybody? Is it that dumb? I mean, I ask questions before I start reacting to some things, before I start saying, okay, this one is right, this one is not right. By the way, I have no business with either of them, Very Dark Man, Fast, Femi Falana. I mean, I have no business with them. It's just some thoughts that is coming. And I want to provoke your thoughts too, to start thinking, what happens to the leaked video that we have received, that we have had in the past? Since this now, I believe the House of Representatives, they took it up and now there's investigation going on and everything that is happening now. Could this be another way to stir up the social media, to stir up internet for content's sake? Or just have some persons have said that this might be a distraction, a way to distract Nigerians from the real thing that is going on, from the hunger that is going on in the country. What part does Fast the bad guy and his father, what part did it in this case, in this matter? How did this whole thing involve them? Now, Bobrisky said that the audio is fake, that wasn't him talking in that audio, that something was wrong there, that the audio has been doctored or is some AI generated audio. What is your thought on that? Because I personally, I am thinking, especially when the case is that sensitive, a sensitive case like that, and you will be so careless to let that go viral, to go on a call, to start having that kind of conversation on a phone call, especially when you don't know who is who, you don't know who to trust, you don't know who is setting you up. Could this be another way just to boost up their bank accounts? And anybody that pick up this story, they can easily, they make their money. Because for sometimes I've been thinking things like this happen whereby people just come up and they just come up with a story and everybody start acting movie. Is this another movie that has been pushed to us from content creators? Someone like Very Dark Man. So how authentic do you think this audio conversation between Bobrisky and whoever Bobrisky was talking about or was talking to, how real do you think this audio conversation is? Those are the thoughts, those are some of the thoughts that we're supposed to have. So that, before you, I know some of you, Very Dark Man, has been he has been your focal man. He has been someone that you believe that he has the courage, he has the energy, he has everything to call out anybody, to speak to authority, to fight for people, especially to when there's injustice, which that is good. I love what Very Dark Man is doing. But then when stuff like this surface, when a case like this surface, we want to know, because now this is a case that is going to go to the court. It's a case that is been, the federal government is possibly they're going to be interested in it, because now it involves some persons that you and I we raise high over there. It involves our very own son Femi Falana, involved Fast, the bad guy. So what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? What is your thought on this? What are your thoughts on this? How authentic is this audio conversation? First thing that I noticed in the conversation was the part that Fast name first showed up, and I noticed that part went off a little bit, and I couldn't hear Fast name. I only heard that the guy who his father was a son. And of course, I was thinking, okay, could it be that the AI software can mention Fast? But as the conversation goes on, I heard whoever was talking, if that's Bobrisky or as Bobrisky have said that that's not his voice, eventually heard him saying fast. So first of all, I was thinking, okay, maybe that AI machine of the software couldn't mention Fast. That's where that place went off a little bit, but eventually his name came up. But I'm still asking that question. Is that audio conversation real? Or this is just a game? Or this is just for the sake of content? Or this is just that even the authority, the officials, they've become content creators too. What is the connection between all these things? Just to provoke your thought, because in Nigeria now everything is possible. Anything, everything that you can think of is possible. It's possible. It's very dark man fake. How did very dark man obtain this audio conversation of Bobrisky? Maybe at the end of the day, when they get to court, if this eventually enter court and all that, maybe very dark man will explain, will tell us how he obtained that audio conversation. Maybe along the way, there will be some light on it. How did he obtain that audio conversation? Can he even win this in court? And in fact, the bad guy eventually said, okay, well, I'm going to court. I want to pursue this in court. What chance does he and his family have when it comes to this case? So these are just some thoughts that I want you to consider, put into consideration as we continue to watch how things is unfolding, how very dark man continue to expose and they continue to give us what is going on when it comes to the arrest of Bobrisky, whether Bobrisky went to prison or not. For real, you don't have to tell me that Bobrisky went to prison. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me that Bobrisky didn't go to prison at all. As soon as I saw him that he came out, even before he came out, when they were saying that Bobrisky went to jail, blah, 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 that the sentence was for him to go to jail for 6 months, I know that this guy he's going nowhere. He's not going to no jail in Nigeria. Jail, which jail? I knew that he wasn't going to any jail. And as soon as he came out and I saw him, I know that this guy went on vacation. He was even enjoying life more than some of you that are out there. He was enjoying life. So this guy didn't go to no prison, didn't go anywhere. That also could be an evidence that this guy actually was the one in that audio talking, was the one in that audio conversation talking. Yes. But my question is Bobrisky that dumb to start having that kind of conversation on the phone where you know that it's not safe, especially when the people that you are mentioning their name, when they are someone that along the process, they help you out. And what they did now is hurting them because it's not supposed to be done that way. It's like them, they're working against the justice system of Nigeria. People that are fighting for justice, imagine fighting for justice. So this case has a lot of sides to it, and all the sides must be addressed. All the sides must be addressed. We must address it. So in this case, is it going to be just them come and stir up the social media, take Nigeria's attention from the real thing, the hunger in the country, and at the end of the day, everyone that pick up this particular story, they make money out of it, and the whole thing died down. Nothing happened at the end of the day. So I want to hear from you. I want to see what you think. I want to hear what you think about this particular matter. I know some of you are very dark man, you are his fans, and you probably will, from the beginning of this video, you will see it in a different way and you won't listen to the whole story. But I bet listen to the whole story, think, and based on your thinking without abusing anyone, let your comments come out. How real is this audio conversation? Is Bobrisky, is it dumb to be having this conversation and calling names, especially calling Femi Falana's name in this kind of conversation on the phone or even in real life, talking to real person face to face? Is it wise or is it that dumb to start mentioning these names? And now, if that audio was real, if this really happened, then we have a long way to go in Nigeria. We have a very long way to go in Nigeria. Will very dark man be able to defend himself? Will he be able to bring out the truth out of this audio? Does he have other evidences that can present to the court that this is what actually happened? This is what happened. Or at the end of the day, Bobrisky will go back to jail for money laundering if there's a way or there's anything like that. If he has ever get involved in anything that has to do with money laundering. Another side was if fast they do. We don't know if fast too they do. Who is Bobrisky's will be Bobrisky's godfather. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me hear from you. Please do drop your comments. This is a very sensitive case going on in Nigeria, especially when it comes to justice in Nigeria, a system of justice in Nigeria, whereby the person that we have raised so high that we think of high there, we think of them as the saints in the country. They're now part of the people that is messing up our justice system in the country. So we want to know, what do you think about this whole thing that is going on? Please leave your comments. My name is David Israel. Until I come your way next time, God bless you.